Hello, welcome to the show. I'm going to be doing the show upside down today as a protest, as a way of my. Can you see my balls? I'm a bit worried. I don't know how much. I think this screen is edited. Can you see my bollocks? That's it. There. That's it. Row the boat. It's not rowing the boat. Ah, my fucking neck. Oh, shit. Ah. All right. Oh. Little. I did. I had my hat on as well. I had my hat on my foot, but it came off. So tired, man. That's how desperate things have got. That is how. What the fuck? I can't even see. That is how desperate things have got. That was content. That was planned. I've been thinking about that all afternoon. Quick clear of the old snout. I haven't even got my cans in. Yeah, all afternoon I thought, I know what I'll do. That took 2 chairs, 1 cushion, the chair I'm sitting on, that one, the old concussion chair, another prop, and what happened then, it would have been better. Could you see my balls? Hello, Lamb the Surrection. I am the Surrection. I am the Resurrection. Are you a Stone Roses fan? Over there on Twitch. There's loads more of us over on YouTube, but you're more than welcome. I know it's amazing, isn't it, Livy? I am rather a hairless creature. Yeah. Silky. Oh, the ladies love it. The 2 chairs separated. That's what happened then. They actually started moving apart, and I thought, this is going to hurt when you fall down on your coccyx. I'm going to put these in. I have good call, Eldritch. Oh, actually, Anglo, good to see you. I'm going to put that top blade in the fridge right now because I keep forgetting, and that'll be ready for. That'll be ready for tomorrow then. Good call. Nice. Saved my dinner tomorrow there. Good to see you, man. Yeah, the things I do for leisure. And we've got yoga tomorrow afternoon. It's not yoga, it's stretching. I'm just going to check out that my cans are working. I don't think they are. Nope. 1 second, people. Bluetooth mode. Press that. Hello, Griff. I'm going to show a bit of that video you sent me. I've got a lot to say about that. And thankfully, I'm not in England, so I should be all right. Right, we're all good. I'm paired up. I am shafted, though. I am. Jess, it's going to be 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock UK time. That's the afternoon show. This show, basically. So any time around now, 5 o'clock, 5:15. It might even be a little bit earlier. But listen, I'll wait till some more people get here because there's things you need to do. Have a bath or a shower before, right? Run a bath, hot bath, get in it. Hot bath, not warm, not lukewarm, hot. Get in it. So that will warm your body up because I'm thinking it's probably not too hot in England at the moment. It ain't too hot here. It's 28 at the moment. I haven't even got the fan on. I might have to put it on once I've started yabbing. Well, Eldritch, I've been doing Iyengar yoga for what? About 30 years, 25 years. And I'm quite good at it. And we've done a stream before where I turn the camera around and I do it over there and I take people through some basic stretching, essentially. It's not yoga. I'm not a qualified yoga teacher, but we do some stretching and it's good for the mind. It's good for the breathing. It's good for the body. And It's really nice. Yeah, I know, Gwilym. Apologies. I understood that that's a bit of a kick in the nuts. But yeah, the last one we done went well, and people have asked for more, and it's good. It's good. It centers you. It grounds you spiritually. It's good for your body, but mainly it's good for your blood. People don't understand this about yoga or stretching. Stretching is good for your blood, and you will be moving and using muscles. I guarantee, especially the ones in your lower back that you haven't used for ages. You know, you can spot people who do yoga regularly in cafes, restaurants and that, because they sit with a straight back. People slump. For how many times do you find yourself slumping during the day? But you won't catch me doing that. I don't have to, because I've strengthened up those muscles at the small of your back. And so it's easy for me to keep a straight back. I'll keep a straight back all evening sitting in a bar or a restaurant. But people are like, oh, it's like, no, come on, have some fucking self-respect, you slouching lump of shit. That got a bit much, didn't it? I'll have you know they're Birkenstocks, they're not flip-flops. But good try, Grego. Nice to see you, mate. Nice one, Cheryl Peters. Lift before you separate your cans. Lift before you separate. Is this a boob thing or something? I'm unaware of what you're referring to, but since you've donated, I'll get the grift on. Didn't we have a lovely time last night? Word is spreading. I've had other people come to me, people who aren't scrubs, going, I was told that you had it off a little bit last night. I've heard that it was quite the stream. I'm like, oh yeah, we really did. I've had 3 people email me asking if they can use new shoes in various of their own projects. And new shoes really gets people. And you know what? If I could have just stopped smoking crack I've got to put the fan on now. I told you, as soon as I start gabbing. If I could have just stopped fucking smoking rocks for a few months, because that was going to be the single. That would have been my one-hit wonder, and I'd have still been claiming royalties today. But, you know, such is life. I didn't want all that. I didn't want it. But you know what I was talking about? Comedy. It was all good fun at the beginning, and then when I became a comedian, it was just work. Kind of got like that with the band. It was all good fun recording the tunes and getting the deals, the publishing, the management, the recording deal. Actually, when you actually work out what being in a band is about, oh no, you've got to do a tour of England to like 50 people. Then you've got to tour Europe. Then you've got to get out to Japan. This is even before you've made it. Fucking hell. All that drinking, all that drug taking, all those late nights, all those sleeping on buses. Even when you make it, it's a hideous life. I mean, sure, being on stage in a stadium playing your songs, great. That's an hour. The rest of your life is shocking. And for people like me, I don't think that would have been good for me. I think it would have probably killed me. So no, thank you. And I think that's why I done what I did. I think that's why I just didn't turn up. Didn't turn up to the gig when all the money people were there, because I was like, yeah, I'm a bit busy doing something else. And that's the way it goes. Nice one, Cheryl Peters. Much appreciated. You'll have to fill me in on separating your cans, though. You really will. All right, let's get this grift out of the way quickly. Hi, you can support this stream by joining. Free strata, £1, £4, £7. Those private streams for people who've joined will be this Sunday. Almost certainly. You know what it's like around here. I will be writing all day Saturday, so if I'm migrained off. No, exactly that, Brad. You know what, Brad? I had a little taste of fame, even just at the Edinburgh Festival, and you know, being recognised by people in the street, strangers, and they come up to you, and I just thought, I hate this. I hate it. I'm not good at that sort of thing. And nah, it's not for me, man. Oh, you know, I know I'm like an oversharer, but I'm quite a private person, you know. I like to be alone. Even my missus is, which works out nice for us because she's not here all the time driving each other mad. She'll fuck off for 2 weeks, come and stay for a week. She's coming over next week. she'll stay for 4 or 5 days and then go again because it will drive her mad as well. Anyway, yeah, you can join the channel. The lowest one is about £1. And when we do those private streams, everyone comes on the screen. They're good fun, really. So think about that. Super chat, $sign at the bottom of the chat. Nice and handy. Entropy, link in the description, but I will also pin it to the top of the chat. Massive thank you to everyone who got the comments and likes on the short. They still won't let me comment on the community. Let anyone comment on the community tabs. I'm gonna have to talk to YouTube about that because they basically think I'm AI. Really weird. Why that? Because all my thumbnails are the same. It doesn't make any sense. Well, he didn't talk to me. We fell out for about 5 or 6 years, but he also knocked up some woman around the same time, and he wasn't happy about that. But it was really dark between me and him. He just hated me, understandably, because he'd wanted to be a rock star since he was like 14, and my amazing songwriting skills made it happen for him. And of course his input. I'm only saying that as like a truth. And then I fucked it up for him. And yeah, it took him a long time to forgive me for that. And that's understandable as well. That is understandable because he put a lot of work into it. But we got over it. We were kids. I think maybe 6 months. Well, I'll tell you what, Ian, let's see how we feel in about 6 months, because people were saying we should do it in a few months, and I just think that's too much. But yeah, certainly annually or biannually. I hope you're feeling all right, Ian. Hello, Vesper Check. Legit my favourite festival of 2021. I was working on the toilets at the rest. Yeah, picking up litter for your free ticket. Hello, Don. Good to see you. What else we got? No, you know, like even when my missus is here, someone just said you need that space. Even when my missus is here, she'll go to bed about 11 or 12 and I'll stay up till 2 or 3, even if I'm tired and could sleep. Sometimes I do because it's nice to go to bed together. But I just need a few hours to myself every day. And if I don't get it, I go a bit cranky. It's an oversensitivity to my environment. Well, so my shrink said, but it kind of makes sense. But she's good with that, so it's no problem. Nice one, Jess. L'entre. Bragg says he educates me about Ulster Unionism. You certainly do. You certainly do. I'm going to play that video of the women with the dancing bottles. Let's get that out of the way immediately. Riggs has written an essay. Dangerfield. I used to love meeting celebs. Then I became a pap. For those who don't know, that's a paparazzi. That's a celebrity photographer for the news of the world in the 80s and 90s. Oh dear. After years of taking celebrity pictures, I began to hate it. The game has changed so much now. Well, interesting job for a while, I imagine, but we talked about this the other night. No one likes celebrities anymore. Celebrity, sort of before mass media, like 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s to an extent, you never saw them. They were hard to see. You'd get the occasional black and white photo in the newspaper or something. And so they were almost mythical. And people adored them. And their scarcity, their rarity gave them value. The place where you'd get to see most of them was in what they'd done. So if you wanted to see Marilyn Monroe, you'd go and see a movie. If you wanted to see Clark Gable, you'd go and see a movie. And so you actually got to indulge in their celebrity via their abilities and skills. But nowadays, you know, we all know that celebrities are just like, what are the Kardashians? What are they? What are their skills? Their skills are marketing. That's what they've done. They've marketed being famous. They've marketed being famous. And the thing is, even their fans, and I have said this before, I know we're going over old ground, even their fans hate them. There is a level of resent there. You know, when they look at their pictures of whoever on their bedroom wall, these teenage girls, they don't look at them and go, wow, I wish I was you. They look at them and they're sort of like, you fucking bitch. There is. There's an element of resentment there. There's an element of painful envy. You know, all this Facebook stuff that's been kicking off recently about 13% of British female users have said that Facebook and Instagram has made them self-harm and have suicidal ideation. That's not... I don't imagine Monroe done that to anyone, because these people were adored back then because they weren't nothing. They weren't a simulation of themselves, you know. It's absolutely absurd. I don't even know who Gemma Collins is. Well, absolutely, Scorry. You know, people wait for that. And you know, people lap that up. They lap that up far more than they lap up their celebrity. You know, when people absolutely, you know, struggling. When Britney Spears shaved her head, that was one of her, you know, that's when she got most column inches. Pete Doherty was in the paper every week until he stopped taking drugs, because it's like, no, I wanted to see that car crash. You know, I don't like you. What's her name? Amy Winehouse. You know, and also it serves the record companies for these people to be car crashes, because that's how they get column inches. When Winehouse turned up at that gig looking like a fucking pencil, going, I'll be back to black, that was her fame. That was what she was known for. You know, she didn't really establish herself until people realised she was a wreck. You know, there's a hateful envy in modern celebrity, because they're fucking everywhere. You can't get away from them. Like, how do I even know what a Kardashian is? How do I know that? I don't go looking for it. It comes to me. And that is the other difference. But back in the day, if you had a celebrity, you'd have to go and find stuff. You'd have to go to libraries. You'd have to search it out. Oh, I'm really, you know, when my old man died and I started clearing out the loft, I found a book, like a scrapbook that he had when he was in the army, he'd done national service. And it was pictures of Brigitte Bardot. That was his scrapbook. You know, imagine 2 years in, where did he go? Belize and Norway. And every little picture he could find of her was in this scrapbook, but they were literally cut out, some postcards. And just, you know, and he kept them because they were kind of sacred and again, rare. But now, you know, there'll be a time when people will have scrapbooks that are just blank that they can look at so that they're not getting information. Just give me something that's nothing. Please give me something that's nothing. You know, we've been talking about this on the channel, and you'll see it in some of my recent SUBSTACK stories. It's almost not, you're almost not allowed. It's forbidden to be bored. And our parents were already on this. You know, parents of 80s kids. 80s kids were bored. And it'll be the summer holidays, and it'll be raining, and you'll go, oh, I'm bored. And they go, how can you be bored? And that was the start of it. And now it's almost forbidden. You're not allowed to be bored. That spits in the face of a culture that fancies itself. A culture that gives, you know, Emmys, Oscars. What? Your own industry is giving your own people awards. What bullshit is that? That's absolute cack. We're very good. We're good. And today you're especially good. Well done. Hey, thank you for telling me I'm good and everyone's good. Great. Hey. No. That's why when Ricky Gervais got up there and said his bit, everyone was happy when he was like calling him out. However, that I made 2 videos about that, and even the Scrubs didn't take it very well. But in that instance, it was a con. Ricky Gervais was a con. His job was, why did they get Ricky Gervais to do it? He's done it a few more times. Every year he just cunts them off, and it gets loads of press. It gets loads of media. And so he done it again. Got loads of press, got loads of media. Key bono. Who benefits? Who benefits from Ricky Gervais getting up at the Emmys and slagging it off and calling people pedos and calling Joe Pesci Baby Yoda. The Emmys benefit because everyone watched it. People tuned into it. The idea of the Emmy established itself even further into the textual fabric of our culture. It meant more. We were talking about authority the other day, about internet authority and websites having authority and YouTube channels having authority. Well, the Emmys or the Golden Globes, whatever the fuck it was, thankfully I don't know, they achieved more authority through that. So that lovely. Everyone was shaking hands afterwards. And you don't think Ricky Gervais stayed for the after party, walked around snorting cocaine and drinking champagne with the rest of them? Of course he did. He's one of them. Ricky Gervais is one of those people. He pretends not to be because that's his angle. But if he wasn't, he wouldn't be there. He's one of them. Ma says, I'm good, mate. I'm coping well using the danger technique for recovery. I'm not quite sure what that is, but right to that. Yeah, forgiveness, self-forgiveness. Forgive yourself. What is it? Find yourself, forgive yourself, and fuck yourself. Just get out of yourself. Gratitude, acceptance, wonderful. Good to hear it, Ian. I know you got into a bit of bother back then. Yeah, tomorrow we'll do some stretching for sure. Unless I'm sick, of course, but I shouldn't be. I have not actually. Have I met Ricky Gervais? No, I haven't even been in the same room with him, actually. He's an elitist. Why would I be? But no, that's a silly thing to say because in fairness, I have met a lot of those pricks. No, he's not. He's no Owen Benjamin. How are you, Rags? RMF, they weren't all YouTube links. So I don't know if is Lomax here. I don't know if Lomax's one was a YouTube. Was it a YouTube link? If someone knows, I might be able to dig it out. Mrs. Me in it. Just popped in briefly to say thank you for a banging night last night. What a terrific night. Well, you certainly got a few fans. Good Lord. With your leather dress and your pumping maneuvers. I think you had a few jaws drop. You tapped into some 80s imprints that had a lot of men in their 40s dribbling, Mrs. Me in it. Hello, King Corona. Yeah, that was Marx, wasn't it? Was that Space Opera Marx? King Corona is back from another day of lovely drugs. What's happening? What's that, chemo or something? What's going on there? It certainly was a touch spunky, wasn't it, Tech Roach? There you go. I'm not going to read that out. I can't say it. I mean, you got some. Maybe if I didn't have my face on the screen. You want to see the size of her fella? Yeah, I don't find him particularly funny, and I certainly don't find the fake. I'm going to tell these people how it is. It was advertising, it was marketing, and it worked. It worked so well, and everyone's like, "Yeah, he really told them." No, he didn't. He really sold them. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. You know, we had Jeffrey Sharler on here. He wrote the book Addiction is a Choice, and he came on here. Well, he's just been through chemo. He survived his cancer. I think he had leukemia. Don't quote me on that, but he got through it. Bless you, man. I don't know what that's like. I know it's not nice. I've had a few people in my life who've been through that. So bless you, King Corona. Anything I can do to help, not sure I can. But if you ever just want to write to me and vent, you can. You know my email. Let's have a KC in the chat for King Corona, who's having a fucking dark time of things at the moment. KC, King Corona, send your prayers and blessings if necessary. Pizzle thinks that Gervais is a genius. Okay. Hello, 42. Nice to see you. Hey, Grego, that's a very interesting question, actually. I think we should go there. I know you're asking Riggs, but let's put this out here. Who, not including your teenage crushes, people, because if it's just going to be Sam Fox, Maria Whittaker, and the likes, who's a celebrity that you admired when you were younger? It's got to be when you were younger, because now it's a bit different. But in your in your 20s, late teens, early 20s, who was famous people that you admired? I'll start the bidding with a very embarrassing one. I obviously, like most teens around my manor, I used to think Jim Morrison was very cool. I used to think Jim Morrison from The Doors was very cool. Pizzle like Clint Eastwood. That's too cool. That's really cool. Gerard Depardieu, interesting. The Fonz, amazing. No, man. All the strength to you, my friend. All the strength. Tom Baker. I have met Tom Baker. I think it's 5 or 6 of the Doctor Who's in my time. Had a conversation with, not seen. Graham Souness, yeah, footballers. That holds together later in life, doesn't it? Ollie Reed, yeah, that's a good one. Elvis Costello is a very peculiar one. The geezers that we were working with who wanted to do the mixing for Household, the New Shoes band, was a bloke called Clive Langer who produced Madness and I think a few Elvis Costello tracks. I tell you what, it was well weird meeting him. I had to, when they had me singing on that World Cup song, because this Clive Langer bloke was producing it. He was talking about that band Household, New Shoes and all that. And he said to me, he said, your songs, he said, they've really got something. There's something really magical in there. The sort of basic songwriting ability is incredible. He said, you can't learn that. And I was like, right, okay. I was just thinking, just show me the money. I don't care about all this. And then he said to me, listen to this. This is someone's father. He said to me, he said, my son is he's doing his degree in musical performance. So it's like basically a modern drama school. And he went to me about his own son. He went, but he hasn't got it, he hasn't got it. I mean, he can play his instrument, he can sing and that, but he hasn't got what it takes. I was like, oh, good. Thanks. Don't try and touch me or something now. I can see it going that way. You can't love grot bags. A Pooja. Cobain. Yeah. I wasn't into Nirvana when Nirvana were famous. It put me off. I didn't even listen to it. I got into them since, obviously. They're an incredible band. But at the time, there was too many kids in my hometown with checkered shirts on and long hair having bands where they'd give me their demo and I'd put it on and it'd be like, yeah, it sounds a little bit like Nirvana again. Again. Down. Loud, quiet. Scream talk. Down. Well, Riggs, I've told the story before, but you haven't heard it, and there'll be a few here who haven't. Amy Winehouse was dating this bloke who was a filmmaker. I can't remember his name. And it was the launch of his film, and it was in, what was it? I can't remember the name, very famous club in London. And I was invited to the party. Fuck knows how it got to me, but I was like, yeah, right. And I had this hussar's jacket on with all the gold braiding. It weighed about 10 kilos, this fucking jacket. And the gold braiding had real gold in it. I had it made. I ended up selling it on eBay for more than, I think I paid about 800 for it. Bespoke. And I sold it for about 1,500 in the end. It appreciated in value. Some German bloke, I think he thought it was an original hussar's jacket, but it wasn't. It was just made. But I've got that on because I'm going to this Ponzi do. And I've got there, and they're all there. Doherty, fucking Winehouse. You know, it was just all those bands from around that time. And I just was very bored. You know, it was very bored. It was like everyone was just looking around. It was just Rubberneck Central. And you probably know that, Riggs, because of your job. And so very early, I decided to leave. And I was telling the story about when I was out with Brandy. Do you remember when I was out with that blonde I showed you the photo of? And they were all like, all the paparazzi when I was out with her. Cameron's like, go on, Brandy. They went, mate, can you just move to the side, please? I was like, yeah, of course. Well, they took photos of my date. But that Amy Winehouse, her husband's premiere, it was, or some premiere party. I decided to leave at about 11 o'clock. I just thought, this is shit. I'm going to go down Jerry's and meet some people I can actually talk to. So as I've stepped out, they've seen the jacket and there's a big arc of paparazzi and they're all just waiting at the door, at the exit. And as I've walked out, all their cameras come up with all their big lenses and that. And I was expecting all the flashes. And as they've like got, I see them, all of them. Like it was like they all had sort of photo erections, all their big lenses shot up. And then as they looked through them and they thought, who's this no one? They all just sort of slowly went down again. I used to tell the story in stand-up, but it was a bit more detailed. And the punchline was something like, it felt like I was going to get gangbanged, but everyone lost their erections when they realised what I looked like. They all just went, ooh. And I just went, yeah, it's just me. Just let me through. Dull parties, those are. Absolutely dull. I think I missed a few more people's... yeah, I mean, I've read a little bit about it. It doesn't seem... It seems pretty extreme to shoot yourself with a shotty. That's like, you know, how you meant to do that? A bit of string and a pulley system. Dangerfield, you are my favourite distraction. Is this one of your songs? You are my favourite distraction. I get bugger all done when you're streaming, naughty man. Well, what can I say? Me too. And the grift is awful. Cheryl Peters, thank you for being the one donator in half an hour. I don't expect to get rich, but this is going to be an hour stream at this rate. I will be rage quitting in minutes. Meganesia Shan has just said hello. What, as in those people? What we're talking about? Yeah. They're people who are empty. They're empty. And as they developed through their teens, they worked out a way of filling that void, and that's all ego. Their self-esteem is through the floor, but they have a huge ego. But the ego is never satisfied. It needs more and more and more. And the problem with fame is it reaches a point where we're starting to move on to the next person. That's why they all start having surgery and they try and stay relevant. But no, you're obsolete. It's the way the machine works. We need different people now. You know, people. If we stick you on the cover of our newspaper, people are just going to go, "What is this? 2017?" And that when the ego, an ego that's being fed, will without doubt maintain a low self-esteem. It doesn't matter. If you can get that ego fed, you'll be running, no problem. You'll be running away from yourself. You won't need to recognize yourself. You just, the ego's fed. But the minute that starts to get a bit hungry, then you're just left with your low self-esteem. And that's why they kill themselves. That's why they end up drug addicts. Or they do all sorts of bizarre things. And it's usually too late. You really hardwire that kind of thing. I'm special. I'm different. I'm superior. And it is a question of that. They think they're superior. We're plebs to them. We're proletariat. And they do talk like that. They absolutely do. They all pretend not to. But I've heard them. I know what these. I know. I've been in meetings with television people, and I went to one meeting. They wanted to write a treatment and have me in a show. They wanted to put on telly, and the way they talk, the way they talk about who the audience will be and basically how we're going to trick them. They don't use those words, but that's essentially what it is. It's an unpleasant world. And the world would be better without it. The world would be better without celebrity and fame. It would be a better place. I mean, Instagram is disgusting. What a place to go, I don't know. That's an interesting point, actually, Pags. Absolute backseat in one of the most famous bands in the world. I'll tell you who else understands it. Thomas Pynchon, one of the most famous American writers ever. There's like one photo of him available. It's Thomas Pynchon. He was like late 20th century contemporary American writer of the era. And there's one photo of him, and it's when he was in the Navy, not even when he was a writer. He absolutely nailed it. And that's hard. That is testament to the quality of his work. Because if you've got publishing houses and you say, no, I don't want to do book signings. No, I don't want to do book tours. No, I don't want you to put photos of me out there. What publishing house these days is going to go, oh, no worries. They're going to just say, no, fuck off. We need to spread you everywhere. Once you sign that dotted line and get that advance, the next 6 months, you're going to be doing interviews daily. Local radio stations, network stations, cable, internet, interviews, solid. We want to shift units, but Pynchon didn't do it. Pynchon absolutely nailed it. It's a funny old thing, man. The world would be better without it. Yaffle was dropped a score on the door. Whoa. More important. Well done, mate. Listen, Yaff, if you can do one day, maybe try and do two. You know how it works from here. And if you can do two, imagine three. One in the chat for the Yaff. He's just stopped. I knew. I knew. I think you told me. One in the chat for Yaff who's got a day behind him. And that first one is essentially the hardest one. So you've done the heavy lifting's done, man. Well done. Thanks for that 20 quid. But that's great news. It's lovely. Really cheered me up. You know my email. If you want to vent or write or anything, usual capers. Nice one, Yaffle. That's really good news. That's cheered me up. Great stuff. Yeah, there you go. Loads of support. Chrissy, I'm not going to miss you now. Did you like it this morning when I knocked you one up? Oh, steady. Moist. Oh, don't. Oh, steady on. Moist from rain. I love England, but you will miss it if you move away. I've been missing Soho recently. Not that much. Nice one, Chrissy. Thank you very much. You always throw a few quid at the stream. It's much appreciated. And I think my man Tech Roach has dropped to Lady Godiva. Something awesome happened to me today. Can I drop you a short email about it after the stream? Yeah, of course you can. Loved the creativity on display for Scrubstock too. Yeah, it was madness, wasn't it? It was just excellent. Try and keep it a little bit short because I get so many emails, and I did reply to your other one, I'm sure. But no, let me know about something awesome and tell me if it's private or whether it's something I can share. And that's obviously up to you. But nice one, Tech Roach. Thanks for that, Lady Godiva. Well, that was nice of a little flurry of encouragement there. Not a nice one, yeah. Brilliant. Crystal Gusset isn't banned. I've changed. I've moved. You can actually write Gusset. I think I got rid of it. It's the other crystal. Look, you can mention it if you want. I'm just telling you, it's a hex. And if you know anything about hexes, you don't want to go that. Well, this is, especially as we are, especially after Mrs. Me in it, I think it's you tread carefully with those kinds of words. It was banned, yes, and I had to ban it with Zs and I had to ban it with stars, but no, I've moved over it. Jared, it was banned, but no, maybe not for super chats. Yeah, the thing is, Jack. There was a time when I'd get like 10 downvotes, but what they don't seem to realise is YouTube doesn't distinguish between up or downvotes in its algorithm. It just sees them as engagement. So giving me a downvote is the same as an upvote in terms of YouTube, because if people hasn't enjoyed something, they still watched it. So fuck it. It's not banned. You can write it. It's not banned, but you just shouldn't. I'm telling you, it's hexed. Cheryl Peters says she gets moist about every 4 I'm not rubbing my lips. Nice one, Cheryl Peters. John, you said vo in the reply to the short. Thank you, people. Thank you, people. I mean, you've got to have a pea full of pea. If you're going to have one pea, it needs to be full, or that's a shell of a pea. And if you have a shell of a pea, imagine someone said, "Do you want peas?" That's plural, and you said, "Yeah," but they're all shells. So you need a pea full of a pea. You said "vo" in the short. I didn't know what it meant. What's "vo"? Strontium Dog has just said "rubbing me," and I mean, this is what happens when women start saying "moist." People like the Strontium Dog say "rubbing me lips." Oh yeah, I just rubbed me lips. There you go. See what I mean? I don't know what I'm talking about either, Chrissy. Anyway, talking about hexes, give me a 1 in the chat if you're familiar with the movie Drugstore Cowboy. And I'll tell you why I ask, because there's been many films about addiction. Many films. Too many. Far too many. 130 people watching. Lovely. Now, I don't like saying far too many, because I don't like saying far too, because every time I say it, it reminds me of that little farting robot, R2D2. Now, I know that's pathetic, but this has been going on since I was about 7. A friend of mine at school once said to me, I said, "Have you seen Star Wars? It's amazing." I was about 7. And he went, "No." He went, "I don't like that C-3PO or that R2D2. And I went, "Far2? It's R2. He went, "Whatever." But then I couldn't, every time since then, so we're looking at like 30 or 40 years, every time I've said far too many, or far, any word with far and the next word beginning with T, I think of R2D2. And I don't like that little thing and it going, the little dwarf inside it having a little fart on the, in between shooting. Yeah. So, nice one, Packer. £2 for the haters. Cheers, you muppets. Nice one, Packer. It was funny once when there was about 15 downvotes, and I said, "Look, if you're thinking of donating, make it today, because there's a load of haters watching." And it was just bosh. They would have been going, I know what these people are like. They're mental. Proper angry, bitter failures. So, yeah. Well, you'd think so, wouldn't you? Hello, Ted. My mate made a whistle for Warwick Davis and absolutely fucked it up. Absolutely. I mean, it was so hard. Because not only because he's very small, but he's also strangely shaped. And if you know how to measure someone up, if you make suits, if you're a tailor, you've been doing pretty much the same thing all your life, and suddenly it's like, hang on a minute, what? Okay, so we've got across the shoulder, we've got down the back, but now I've got to do an angle in from the top of the shoulders in. That's not a measurement. So how'd you give that to the pattern cutter? Okay, yeah, 14 inches across, 18 down. Well, about 4 in Warwick's case, but also in 5. What? What is this bloke? Well, it's this one. So yeah, it was an absolute mess. It was an absolute mess, and it was my mate who made it for him, or it was the broker. He was the broker. So he measured up Warwick. Then we went to the tailors. The tailors would make the suit for like $1,000, and my mate told Warwick $2,500. So 1.5 bags of sand, lovely. But it was a fucking mess. When Warwick's put it on, it made him more crippled because it just was like no. But he also promised him a tie, a special sort of tie, but that didn't get sorted either. So he made it. He'd never made a tie before. He went and bought a tie from a charity shop, opened it up to see what the pattern was. We were sitting there cracking up. He was cutting the pattern out, sewing a hem in it, and then he was there. He went here, and Warwick Davis was like, he went, yeah. He went, I must admit, it looks a bit tatty. And he went, no. He went, it's handmade. That's what it's like. That's, if it was machine made, it'd all be perfect. But that's the style. Yeah, he didn't come back for any more. Didn't come back for any more whistles or ties after that palaver. I was crying, man. That bloke who I'm talking about, his actual name is No Fool. But I used to have such a laugh of him when he worked in that cloth shop, because I was in there once and he had a load of his Afghani mates. He's Muslim, right? And he had a load of his Afghani mates in there. Right, these are Afghani Muslims, yeah? And I was arguing with my mate Nofo about Islam, and he's all right. He'll have an argument with me. He's not. He's less Islamic than me, right? And but I was having it out, and when they all walked in, looking much like Taliban, he went to me. He just sort of went. He just done this. He sort of went, and I looked round, and I thought, no, I'm fucked if I'm not going to talk in my own country. It did get a little bit. It got a little bit much, and he went, Chris. He went, let me just show you this bit of cloth I've got for you. I went, I haven't ordered any cloth. He went, yeah, no, come and have a look. And the guy at the back, he's going, they'll fucking kill you. They will kill you. I went, they won't. He went, they will fucking kill you. He said, please stop. He said, if they don't kill you, they'll kill me. I said, well, that's what you're really worried about. Meganesia Sean has dropped 100 ZAR. One of the best movies I saw was The Princess and the Warrior. German, released in 2000. Let's see if we can find a trailer. Say and search. Hello, John. Nice to see you, mate. Princess and the Warrior. Yep, we've got it. Trailer. Now, you should be able to show trailers. Oh, it looks well dark. Let's have a look at this. Nice one, Meganesia. This is Meganesia's tip for one of the best movies she's seen. Let's have a look. Is this a trailer? Yeah. Hang on a minute, people. Bit of that. Oh, hang on. Do you know who directed it, Meganesia? Here we go. If someone could give me a sound check. Thanks for the donation, Meganesia. Let's check this out. So this is 21 years old. I think I've seen this. Yeah. And that actress is in Run Lola Run. That's how I recognise her. Who's seen Run Lola Run? Anyone seen that? If I remember rightly, Run Lola Run has got 5 endings or something like that. Run Lola Run is a great movie, if I remember. A great movie. And if this, I might have to check this out, Meganesia, because I absolutely loved Run Lola Run. We might have to check out that trailer in a minute.
I walk in the sunlight. Your shadow resists. My shape wants to follow and tries to kiss. If I am your princess, then where's my crown? I should feel protected, but I still feel alone. I won't give you anger. I won't give you fear. I'll just think of somewhere different from here. Fly with me. Fly with me.
Yeah, man, that looks interesting. Good call. Good call. Run Lola Run is superb. Willow, who's got a picture of him and Warwick Davis in his avatar there, said, "Oh, nice one on the donation, Willow. Appreciato. I wanted a pic with Warwick Davis, but the cock stain." Don't hold back. The cock stain made me act out the Princess Leia and R2 scene in Star Wars and record. Oh my God, you got down that much for a photo. I'd have given him a clip round the ear and said, fuck off. I only wanted it to take the piss. Good Lord. Don't mention R2 far 2D2. Yeah, no, that's awful. Nah, look what this bloke done for the photo. Yeah, you're not tall enough to take the piss, mate. Cheers, Willow. Interesting angle. Yeah, I'll put the Lola. I'll get the Lola thing up. The Lola Run. It's brilliant. Jared, thank you for the donation. Well, it would appear we have a word of the stream. It's moist, and that's it. Yeah, it was a strange old trailer. Didn't really give much information, didn't it? You know, I'm still thinking of having that tattooed on this arm. The carousel is a lie. Every time I walk past a tattoo shop, I think, is now the time. But, you know, being nearly 50, probably not. Cheers, Jared. Yeah, I will play Run Lola Run. I think it's the one with the 5 endings. I'm not sure, but I'm either confusing it with. And look, as soon as look at that. Look at what just happened. Oh, now it's gone, but you might be able to see it when I go back. Look at this. So when I went there, can you see what's the 2 underneath it? Run Lola Run soundtrack, Run Lola Run trailer. And I haven't searched for that before. Let's have a look at the Run Lola Run trailer. It's a fucking brilliant film. Yeah, it's the same actress. Look. Let me just check it out on Wiki first. Make sure it's the same movie that I'm thinking about. Run Lola Run. Run Lola Run is a German experimental film written and directed by Tom Twyker. The story follows a woman named Lola, the same bird, Franca Potenti, who needs to obtain 100,000 Deutschmarks in 20 minutes to save the life of her boyfriend. Right, hang on. We need to get to the bit that tells you what I was telling you. Oh, yeah, there you go. So, look, in this bit, it tells you what happens in the plot, but then it says events restart from the moment leaves the house. Events start once more. So basically, oh, you can't see that. Sorry. So the plot, it starts telling you what the plot is, but then it says events start again. They start again from where she left the house, and different things happen. And then events start again, this time, blah, blah, blah. So what you actually get, what the film is actually about, is she's got to get this money to save her boyfriend, and she's got 20 minutes to do it. But the first thing she does, her first try, doesn't work. So then she gets like a second go at it. So I suppose it's like an investigation into how, how little small changes in decisions can create massive differences in the future. Yeah, it's actually brilliant. And, I can appreciate that doesn't sound that interesting, but it's fucking brilliant. That might be one of my Gonzo. It's not Gonzo. Or maybe I'll just call it Not Gonzo. Dangerfield's Not Gonzo. Because that suggests Gonzo, but not, right? There's 130 people watching. While you're in here, if you're not subscribed to my Substack and you want to read original writing by me every month, and the one I'll finish Saturday is brilliant. Link is in the description, but I've just put it in the chat. You've only got to put your email in. There's 12 stories in my archive. You can just go there and read them. And you get it's usually about 1.6 a month. It started off 2 a month, but that's asking a lot. They're like 4,000 or 5,000 words a piece. So, yeah, it's not quite, it's not, it's kind of different to Groundhog Day because the same thing doesn't happen. It's quite the opposite, actually. Different things happen, but she gets to start again. So it's not like Groundhog Day. It's actually the opposite of that. But I can see the link. Yeah, you've got this whole channel proper moist. Let's have a look at Run Lola Run trailer. $19.98. Get on with it. Already amazing.
Money?
Hilf mir, Lola. Du weißt, was ich machen soll.
Was ist passiert? Wie viel war's denn? In der Tasche, meine ich.
100.000.
Was?
Wicked trailer. This is how you make a trailer.
Tasche.
Die Tasche.
Tasche.
Die Tasche.
Tasche.
Die Tasche. Die Tasche. Die Tasche. Die Tasche.
Ich gestern auch von wegen Liebe kann alles, aber nicht in 20 Minuten 100.000 Mark erzaubern.
Dann helfe ich dir, mir fällt immer was ein.
Mann, Lola, wach auf, in 20 Minuten bin ich entweder tot oder ich gehe für eine, hol mir das Geld.
Yeah, man, it's an absolutely fantastic movie. That red hair is pretty moist, isn't it?
Nein.
What's quite lovely about it as well, she's no Mary Sue. She's not Ren from Star Wars. She's a woman, and she has strengths and she has weaknesses like all women. It's weird, Cinema used to do that. It would actually understand things like, I don't know, reality. No, cracking movie, absolutely cracking movie. I recommend that to you. If Moslab's on the firm, I don't recommend it to you. I did recommend Riders of Justice to you, though, and that's a subby film. You're all right, Chrissy. It's all in good faith. I mean, there's nothing wrong with getting a room of 120-odd men moist. Eh? There is. Hang on a minute. It would appear the little bullets dropped a 5-bit. Nice one, mate. Every decision you make alters each and every one of your possible futures. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what that film does. I think it's sort of, like I just said, really, you can make a very small change in the present, and that will mean your future will be completely different because it's Mandelbrot stuff, isn't it? It's fractular. Let me think of an example. I can't think of an example. That's all right, though. It's fair enough. hello, Tim. The Simpsons done a pastiche fit. Oh, it's that well known, is it? I mean, if it's been in The Simpsons, I thought it was like a German art house film, but it would appear. Have you seen it, Tim? Riggs has written another essay. He says, Dangerfield, a friend of mine recommended a movie to me called Irreversible, saying it was a lovely romantic drama. Really wasn't at all. Very disturbing stuff. Ended up turning it off after 40 minutes. Sorry, mate. You know, you can't have it all. Right. I asked earlier if anyone had seen Drugstore Cowboy, and there was a reason that I asked if anyone had seen that. Let me know in the chat if you've seen Drugstore Cowboy, and let me know what you thought about it. Willow's back. Thanks for another lady. A year. Oh, part 2. Okay, interesting. A year later, Warwick Davis was in the curry house with his wife when a pissed up mob came in, picked him up. I can't read that out. Okay, you can all see that. We haven't got any blind viewers, have we? Well, they wouldn't be viewers; they'd be listeners. But yeah. That sort of thing must have happened to him all his life. I mean, it's not funny. It's kind of hilarious, but no, I do not. What's the word? What's the word when I? Come on, someone help me. Nice one, Willow. Well, I imagine you were laughing anyway. You go, that'll teach you for making me be a dancing monkey for your bloody autograph. Yeah, that's where I am, Tim. I can't remember too much about it, but I remember thoroughly enjoying it. Yeah, absolutely. There, I disavow. Thank you. Thank you. I disavow. I condone. People are saying condone. I do not condone, but I do disavow. So that would be the difference between those. Hello, Philip. How you doing, son? Right. Where were we? Nice one, Willow, for that donation. Where did we get with Drugstore Cowboy? Have people seen it? Well, there you go, Jared, because out of all the movies about junk, like Trainspotting, I mean, I like Trainspotting. I like the film. I enjoy it, but it's not a story about drug addiction. It's a story about a young man. That's it, which is all right. But it was kind of sold as a drug. It's like a cartoon about drugs. I mean, you know. And old Irving Welsh wasn't a junkie at all, and he kind of, you know, played that up a little bit. I think he was on the gear for about 6 weeks. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about it is because I'm going to show you the opening scene of Drugstore Cowboy, because I think it's possibly the best film ever made about opiate addiction. It follows a gang of well, there's only 4 of them, but he calls them his crew. It's Matt Dillon, who I think was a very underrated actor. I think Matt Dillon is an incredible actor. And they rob chemists. Now, there's a story I'm going to tell you, but I've got to be easy on the details for obvious reasons. A lot of you know that I have special skills, right? And pharmacies in the UK pretty much... Well, there's one Watson's, basically, which is one of the biggest pharmacy chains in the UK. They all use the same lock. It's called an Adams Wright lock. And it's very easy to make a tool that will open that lock. Now, Drugstore Cowboy, as the title suggests, these 4 junkies spend their time robbing pharmacies so they can get hold of their product. But it's not that gives it its realism. It just somehow, well, this is why I was talking about hexes earlier. This is why we don't mention the Ian, did you think it was quite realistic in terms of that lifestyle? Because I did. Not the robbing pharmacies. That's quite a rarity. Although, you know, we've all done it. But I just thought the way they treated their lifestyle, I thought it was very, very convincing. So I'm going to show you as like a little bit of a teaser, the trailer. No, not the trailer. Oh, not the trailer. The opening sequence of Drugstore Cowboy. And you don't need to be a drug addict or a former drug addict to enjoy it. It's a cracking movie. The storytelling is beautiful. You know, the story is shown. It's not fucking told. It's displayed, which is cinema, which is good cinema. So let's have a little look at the opening scene. It's only 1.5 minutes. And like I say, Matt Damon's amazing in it. We have plenty of eye candy in this on this channel for the men. So here's a little bit for the ladies. But it's also the scripting. This is the opening scene of the film. And it's brilliant because in a minute and a half, you know what the whole film's about, which is lovely. Here we go. One of the most underrated actors ever in America. Let's go. Ah, for fuck's sake. Hello. Hi, it's me again. I'm just going to do that, then that, then that, and then this.
I was once a shameless full-time dope fiend. Yeah, me, Bob, this sweet mother's son. Me and my crew robbed drugstores. I had done them all, up and down the Pacific Northwest with pharmacies open to close. Didn't matter, except for technique. But don't get the idea it was easy. It's hard being a dope fiend, and it's even harder running a crew. Diane was my wife. I loved her. Man, and she loved dope. So we made a good couple. Whenever I got out of the joint, I always ended up with Diane. Rick was my sidekick, my muscle. He was no novice to the life of crime. His record showed a steady climb from juvenile offender to small-time thief. He was gonna do just fine. Nadine was Rick's old lady, a counter girl he picked up during one of our jobs. She was a piece of work. She had no record, just a smile that caught us all a little off guard. I was the undisputed leader then. I carried the whole goddamn outfit on my back like it was my own newborn son. But I guess deep down, I knew he could never win. We played a game he couldn't win. To the utmost.
Incredible opening to a movie. Absolutely incredible. Introduces all the characters, tells you exactly what they do, and he's in an ambulance. Just brilliant. Just fantastic. Now, I'm not going to play it. Compare that with Trainspotting's opening. Iggy Pop immediately relying on something we all know and love. Dang, 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 running down. Here comes Johnny. It's like a pop video. Here him again. Here's the liquor and drugs. Running through Edinburgh, hits the car and goes, it's the most unconvincing laugh ever from Ewan McGregor. Nah, bollocks, I'm not having it. That Drugstore Cowboy will change the way you think, which is lovely for a film. But yeah, that's the opening scene. You put it on, and it's got him on his back doing that. Yeah, that's not the trailer, Gwilym. That's the opening scene. It's an absolutely fantastic movie. If you haven't seen it, you're in for a treat. And it's not. You don't have to be into drugs, really. And that's also what makes it good, because if you're, it's quite a brutal film. There's deaths and there's needles and there's but it doesn't matter. It's not. They don't dwell on it. It's not all that fucking. You want to know what heroin's like? Take your best orgasm and times it by 1,000. What? No. Heroin is never that good. It's not even good. It's a painkiller. You don't have it and go, and you don't fall into the carpet in the room and like, oh. No, you see junkies have a hit. This is what they do. They cook it up, they pull it up, they jab it in, they go, right, where should we go? That's it. That's it. I mean, maybe the first 2 or 3 weeks they go, but after that, your tolerance is done. Your body's producing noradrenaline to combat the opiates, and it's all over. Take your best orgasm, times it by 1,000, and you're halfway there. Wow. That's just glamorizing drug use. That's just out and out glamorizing. And how do you glamorize heroin? How do you do that? It's like glamorizing paedophilia. It's just not going to happen. Well, yet they managed. His name was Mother Superior due to the length of his habit. Oh, amazing. Oh, shut up. Jambo, rock. I'm up about 1,500 off of Shiba Inu in crypto. It's pumping. Do you reckon it'll do anything in the future, or do you think it's all hype? I don't know much about crypto. I've got some remnants of Bitcoins. If I hadn't spent my Bitcoins on Skag, I'd have had about $3.5 million worth now. So it's a subject I don't like to talk about too much. I don't know. All I know is I'm not selling the little bit of crypto, little bit of Bitcoin I've got. You weren't around when I had Tom on. Tom would have been the man to ask because he knows he gets paid to talk to lawyers and bankers about crypto, but he's not on now, so I can't help you. There's people in the chat who know more about crypto than I do. So the problem with crypto is there's no precedent. There's literally no precedent. Governments could start regulating tomorrow and that could fuck it. That could happen. So there's no precedent. There's no historical charts. There's no way of investing is a gamble. The value of your investments may go up as well as down, but you could look at something like the NASDAQ 500 and you can look at its historical chart and it just goes up. There's ups and downs, but it's ups and downs on the up. So although it's a gamble, it's, if you're looking at 10 years, you're almost certain to make on it. But crypto, where's your historical charts? It goes back about 15 years. But if you're up 1,500, I don't know. I don't know what the thing to do. Spoiler alert, but 42. But yes, that does happen at some point. But I don't want to leave your comment on screen for too long for other people to see it. Exactly that, Ian. Exactly that. And he went off to Paisley and hung around with a few junkies, and then rinsed their lives to become a millionaire, which is also all right. The writers can do that. Most writing is a work of theft. You could say I went to Thailand and rinsed the lives of the whores to make it'll probably be about 30 quid after I've paid me editor, the cover, and everyone else. Midnight Cowboy is a fantastic movie. I watched it again just the other night. Fantastic movie. But it's not Drugstore Cowboy. What one you talking about, Cheryl Peters? Drugstore Cowboy? Yeah, great movie, Planet X. Absolutely great movie. All right, where are we going next? I've got a few more clips all sorted out for you people. Hello, Anthony. How are you, son? All right, let me just check through these. Yeah, me too. I think I think he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. What, Train Spotting or Drugstore Cowboy? Because I don't know if Drugstore Cowboy did, but Train Spotting, without a doubt, they were popping up all these gyro junkies coming out suddenly. I had people suddenly turn up on my doorstep. Yeah, I'll be your friend. Have you got any heroin? Fuck off. Who are you renting? Nice tight t-shirts you started wearing. Nice shaved head. What's happened, Riggs? What's happened? Right. Okay. Now, I've got something else to show you. I've got something else to show you. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's not meant to be there. This is quite interesting. Oh, actually, let's go here. Let's go here. I need a wee. Anyone want to take over the stream while I have a piss? You got 10 seconds to say yes in the chat. Yes, Livy. I thoroughly enjoyed Midnight Express as well. There's some dark moments in it though, but you know that's all good for cinema. Yeah, absolutely. Ratso. They used to call me Ratso at art school. Oi, Ratso. I'll tell you why they called me Ratso, because I pulled this bird. She was in the cupboard under the stairs, one of those. And this geezer Toby went to me. He went, "What's she like then?" And I went, I was all out of my nut, and I went, "She's got lovely skin." And he went, "Fucking hell, how come Ratso? She's got lovely skin." I was like, "Hang on, I'm like 19. I'm not Ratso." And of course, as soon as you deny it, well, then you are Ratso. There wasn't an overall winner because it weren't a competition, but a lot of people enjoyed that one for sure. I mean, if you were to ask me, it would have gone to Tito, because it's just a question of what do you call it? Taste. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll have my piss break and I'll leave this playing. Now, Foot Golf sent me this earlier, and I want you to watch this. This is a bloke called The Real Danny G, right? Now, I've spent a lot of my life around villains and actual hard men, right? So I'm going to play you some of this. It's from his channel. He's not related to Darren G, the Scouse criminal, who is actually a terrifying bloke. But I want you to watch a bit of this. It will certainly be enough for me to have a wee. That's the spirit, John. I think so. Right. So check this fella out, because I've got a lot to say about this. So I was going to play you about 2 minutes, but you're now going to get the amount of time it takes me to have a piss and wash my hands.
One Last Day at the Beach, which I will also put up for you. This video, oh my God, it's just to clarify something. I just want everybody to realise something, yeah. I keep getting people sending me Instagram, and I know they're only, this is just trolls. I know they're only trolls. But this is just for anybody who seriously doesn't know me that well. You know what I mean? Doesn't know me well enough to know this about me. What do you think? Right now, listen, obviously, I've told you this before. I'm just human. I'm human like anybody else, right? So when I've got to go into a fighting situation or whatever, I will always have them butterflies in my stomach, yeah? But we've already spoke about this before. Well, Danny, how do you turn? I turn it into rage. White, hot rage. The more butterflies and fear that I have, the angrier and more ragey I go when I kick off. That's just how I am, right? Yeah? Nothing will ever scare me and root me on the spot. Nothing, right? The more fear that I feel, the angrier and more Danny G I go. It's that simple, yeah? That's how I handle that feeling of fucking hell. I need to step back. No. Danny G is going to step forward and pull your fucking head off.
Right.
Danny G is going to step forward and rip your fucking eyes out your head. He's going to pull them out of his hands and eat them. You're going to see your eye go into his mouth because he's going to eat it. He's going to eat it. That's what I have the ability to do. That's what I have the ability to do. Because I've been beat by people who was hard, yeah? They're hard as fuck. I have been beat by men from Birmingham, yeah? That back in the day, when they used to beat the fuck out of me, well, everybody was scared of them. Everybody was fucking scared of them. Everybody thought they was the man. They was hard as fuck. Don't fuck. They used to smash
thought
me in
exactly
because of the
that, Keith.
reputation, because of how hard they was, supposedly. Yeah, right. They used to smash, and if you do nothing about it, just curl the ball and get beat. When I came out of jail, I realised what they are. They're all fucking muppets, man. All fucking ran away. Won't fight me, would they? Nah. I better run away from this man now. We've created a monster. We've created a monster. I better run now. He's had 3 years in jail preparing his body and his brain to kill me. I better run away now. I better run from this monster. Because this monster is going to eat me. He's going to eat my flesh and my bones. And he's going to laugh while he does it. Because we've created a fucking monster. We've tortured this boy until he now loves blood. And then when I came out of jail and I moved to Smevik, bare gangsters.
It gets worse. Check it. This is it. You ain't anywhere near. Well, that's of course what I thought. And you just wait. It's going to get. Hello, Skin Scar. Yeah, wait a bit more. And I think you'll. I've got an analysis for this, but I want you to just check a bit more out. It's proper cringe stuff, isn't it?
Gangsters, yeah? Bare gangsters, yeah? I'm a gangster. You're a man on your own who lives with a woman. I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to cause trouble with my gangster mates. Because I'm a gangster. You know what I did to them fuckers? Dealt with every single one of them. You ain't no gangster. You ain't no man. Because you think you're a gangster, which means you're a fucking wanker. You're nothing. But you're in a room with me. By yourself. No tools. No boys. You're dead. You can't do nothing unless there's 8 of you. One by one, you are nothing. You are beneath me. And I will eat you. Alive. While you're alive, I'll eat you. Fucking threaten me with a good time, will you, son? Threaten me with a good time, will ya? I'll show you a good time. I'll show you a good time. Come to me. I'll fucking eat ya. I'll eat bits off ya. I'll take chunks at ya while you're screaming for mercy. No mercy from this man. Don't bring him out. You want to survive? Don't bring this out. Because this will kill you. For fun. Laughing. In your face while I rip it off. Let me calm myself down.
It goes on and on. In a minute, he comes out with a crossbow, and he says he's a Birmingham Viking, and he fights with axes and swords. And then he starts screaming, going, "I don't fucking care about you." And I was thinking, I've seen people not care about people with a little less passion. Now, here's my point, right? Here's my point. I know a few hard men, right? Proper dangerous men. And what they've all got in common is they don't act like that. They don't act like that. They're actually quite reserved. They're actually quite shy people. You know, and they don't talk about it. They don't talk about what they're capable of because they're embarrassed about it. They don't like it. But they're very calm people. And when I've seen them engage in violence, which they have to because it's usually their job, you know, these are muscle for dealers and things. They just get on with it, and they, you know, you can't get these stories out of them because they don't like talking about it. And when I've tried, I remember saying to the one bloke I'm thinking of at the moment, I said, "What's it like, all that violence?" And he just said, "Well, you know, some of us don't have a choice." And I just thought, you know, later on he starts going, "I don't fucking care about you." your 40-minute video screaming at these people you don't care about. I mean, if you didn't care about them, surely you'd be indifferent to them and just talk about something else. Did you notice his missus or his kids walking backwards and forwards? Imagine, he's got 2 kids, this fella. Imagine your husband or your father making this video while you're just sort of making your sandwiches and he's there. I'll show you a bit more because it gets proper insane. And also, good fighters, hard men. Mike Tyson's a classic example. Mike Tyson won most of his fights before he stepped in the ring because he was cool as ice. He was just calm because he knew what he was capable of, and so did the opponent. And this bloke is a maniac. And if you're in a spot of bother and you've got to deal with people, you need to be calm. Rage doesn't help you. Rage makes you weak because you're just flying off. You know, I see a geezer casually walk across a pub while there was some action happening, take the fire extinguisher off the wall, walk up to someone and smash it through his face. And he put the fire extinguisher back on the wall, sat down and carried on drinking his pint. And no one would go near that bloke. If you watch, I think it's Darren G. This geezer's Danny G, but Darren G's not. They're not related. He is a frightening, dangerous man. You watch him on Sean Atwood's channel, though. He's just calm. He just talks like this. But you know that it'd just snap your neck without even thinking about it. But this lunatic, check some more out. I mean, this man doesn't scare me. I'm not an hard case. I wouldn't be able to fight him. He's probably about twice my size, and I'm not interested in violence. But he doesn't give me the fear that the hard men I've met did, because they were shy, calm, retiring people who just had that ability to maintain that calm. And if you can maintain that calm, you know, when you're in a fighting situation, all that adrenaline's in you, and adrenaline's an horrible feeling. It's not a nice feeling. It's fear. It's the feeling of fear. But when you don't have that, when you've just done it so much and you're so calm that you know how to deal with the threats coming at you from the side. You know how to deal with the threat coming at you from the front. You know what weapons to pick up and what to use. But when you're as mad as this bloke, it's just fun. I'm not saying he wouldn't hurt people, but anyone can hurt someone. Anyone can pick up a knife and stick it in someone. Anyway, let's watch a little bit more and tell me what you think. See if you understand what I'm saying. I mean, I've just gone to a random point, but judging by his face.
They are nothing. They are nothing. Nothing. Fucking coming here, I'm a gangster, I shoot people. You think that scares me? That does not impress the Danny G mates. You bring your little gun here, I'll stick an arrow through your face. And people watching my YouTube videos, you know what I mean? You don't think...
Check it out.
And I can hit an apple off your head from 100 fucking meters away. Seriously. And you want to know what's going to go through your head?
Nice one, William Tell.
Because people seem to think that I don't really have these. I don't really have the weapons that I say. Oh, believe me, I have a lot more than I have. Maces, axes, war swords, battle swords.
Suit of armor.
Claymores.
Claymores. He's got mines. Imagine it kicking off in your local boozer and he turns up with a claymore mine. Little bullet. I am like God, and God like me. I am as large as God. He is as small as I. He cannot above me, nor I beneath him be. You're going to have to explain that to me, Bullet. Is that this fella? Nice one, Bullet. Nice one on the donation. I might need a little bit of interpretation. Oh, it's a long sword claymore, is it? I thought he was talking about a mine. Anyway, there he is. He's got... Here, Rags, what do you make of his bow? Look, that's not a crossbow. That's a... Irish champion knows that it's a kid's bow. That's incredible. Anyway, a bit more.
Don't fuck about. I have an armory in my house. And you see that? This is what he's fired out of it. This is what he's fired out of it. That. Solid titanium. Yeah, that will go through you like fucking butter. But you're going to threaten me with a 9mm? A 9mm? That probably won't even go through my shield? This will go through your car door.
He did say it wouldn't even go through my shield. Can you imagine turning up at his drum? He comes out with a shield and a sword, a chainmail vest. Hard men don't need to tell people they're hard. They don't need to do this. They don't want to. They're largely embarrassed about it. It's their lot in life. They don't want to be like this. They want to be, they want a different life. No gangster wants to be a gangster. No violent person wants to be a violent person. It's just all they can do. This is just, well, let's watch some more because it is hilarious. Yeah, without a doubt, he's absolutely sitting there with his grinder. Yeah, he's a stay high. Yeah.
Your mate in the passenger side seat and out the other side of the fucking car. Dickhead. See, I'm not a gangster. Don't carry guns. I'm a medieval Viking motherfucker. And I use medieval tools, mate. I've never used none of these on no one. Never had to. Always smashed them with ease. Always smashed them with ease and bit them with ease.
Nice argument you're having with yourself. I don't use guns. I use medieval weapons. I've never used them. I always use these.
Right? But man's come to my door and they're all tooled up. They're going to get fucking killed. Dead. Fucking dead. Look, this is not even my favourite. This is just a meat cleaver, a very heavy blade. But what do you think? What do you think?
Oh, having a bit of trouble getting it out there, son.
Battle ready. Full.
Hang on. When you say battle ready, can we just have a little look at how much struggle you had it getting out of the
This is just a meat cleaver, a very heavy blade. But what do you think? What do you think? Do you think you're fucking full? Battle ready. Full fucking tang. Full tang. The tang goes there. And the second pin to the tang is there. Look, and do you know why? That's because the blade goes all the way through the hilt and it's pinned. It's battle ready, you cunt. Battle ready. This will meat cleave your arms and legs off. Dickhead. You're going to come with a little knife and chef me? You're going to chef me? I won't chef ya. I'll tie you to a chair. I'll cut steaks off ya and eat ya. You're going to fucking chef me? You're going to come to my house and chef me? Chef me, you dickhead. What with? Your little kitchen knife? I've got my own fucking knife right here, son.
Right.
Dickheads! You ain't gangsters. Nothing. I am a Viking berserker motherfucker. I am that medieval minded. I want somebody to come to my door with tools. I want them to come here so that I can see what my bow and my swords can do to a human target. I want them to come. That's what you don't realise. I want them to come so I can cut the fucking heads off.
That's nice to be living with your wife and kids, wanting people to come round with guns and knives. You know, he's got his own channel, and all his comments, people love him. They're like, yeah, you tell him, you're the proper. Yeah, that was particularly good, wasn't it, Sally? Sally, you know the kind of people I'm talking about. They're not like this, are they? You know, actually, there's one particular person, you know, I mean. This is ridiculous.
To see what they can do to a human target. I want to see what they can do. So please, all you chefing motherfuckers, come and I'll kill you on camera. Fucking think you can threaten me? You think you can threaten this? Nah, mate. Nah. I'm something that you never even met before. No, sorry, let me put him away.
Oh no, this is amazing. I don't know if you caught that. He actually says there, let me put him away. That's his alter ego. This medieval berserker is going to come out of his house with his shield. He says now he puts him away. Oh, but he comes out again. Don't worry. He comes out again. And that's when he tells you how much he don't care about these people. I don't fucking care about them. His femoral artery. No, not his femoral. The artery in his neck looks like it's about to blow. That's not caring. Yeah, that's certainly not caring. Check him out when he says, I'm going to put him away. Rags knows. It's from Ali Baba.
He knows something. Let me put him away.
Yeah, go on. Tuck him away. He's too dangerous for this world. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Come on, calm down, mate. It's too dangerous. That medieval mindset. Yeah, you'll be all right, son. Maybe shouldn't have had that fucking snort before breakfast.
I know this video is a bit of a nutty one, and it wasn't because people have been asking me to do nutty ones, and I haven't done one for a while. It wasn't for that reason. It's because over the last...
Yeah, people have been asking me to do nutty ones, and I haven't done one for a while. What? Anyway, he comes out again, though. You can't keep him down. Look, I'll show you.
A couple of days, I keep having little dickheads sending me messages with pictures of themselves, and they're looking up on your chest. Get the knife that you pulled on me
hang on a
and
minute.
carve Danny G into your chest.
Hang on, I thought you'd put him
Because
away.
you should have never pulled a knife. Hey, motherfucker, whether they're grown men or not, if he's
Hang
only
on.
16,
Well,
Ethan
I
can
thought you
brawl.
put him
So
away.
can Liam. Do you know what I mean, right? So you can be like, come on then, dickhead. And they'll be like, what are you doing? You're like, no, I'm fucking Danny G, son. I'll smash your face in. As soon as they hear that, no, get back in the car, lads, get back in the car. It's Danny's son. Get back in the car. That's my reputation. I ain't no false geezer. I ain't no fake geezer. I ain't no wannabe. I am what I am.
Right.
A fucking lunatic.
Right. Yeah.
That he's trying his very
said it.
hardest not to release what you've just seen to the world anymore.
Right.
What do you think that's like when it's released in public?
Oh, it's like a man with a shield.
What do you think it's like?
Like a
Do
medieval
you think you can
knight?
reason with that man?
No.
Do you think you can reason with what you've just seen? Do you think you can reason with him?
No.
Nobody can reason with him.
Even you.
So don't send me messages pretending to be a fucking gangster saying I can do this, you can't do shit. If you hang about in a gang and think you're hard, you're nothing. If it takes the gang to make you feel like you can do something, now that's what it is. Can't do fuck all. Using this shit for 20 years. Relaxing day. So come in, please, now. Come right now. Right. Come today. Come today. Come to my house today.
Come now. Look, this is excellent.
Today. You've been threatening it for weeks. Stop threatening me with a good time. Come and show me a good time, motherfucker.
Oh, sexy
Stop threatening me with a good time. Come and show me a good time. Yeah?
Right.
Come and introduce yourself to me. Stop threatening it. Come fucking do it. Come on, big man. Hard, are ya? Gangster, are ya? Come on. Been about four of you. Four of you have threatened to come and do this, come and do that. I know you're watching my channel. I know you're watching this video. Come today. Come today. Come
Stop
today.
gurning.
So I can film me cutting your fucking arms off. Come today.
Oh my
Come
God.
today.
Look
Don't
at
threaten
this.
me with a good time. Come and give me that good time. Come and give me that good time. Come today. Come today. Come and give me the good time. I want the good time, baby. Come on. Come on. I'll rape you with my sword. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come. Come and give me a good time. Come on. Come.
I can smell the cocaine.
Let me film myself cooking you on a fucking barbecue.
If you want.
Come.
It's cooking show now.
Come. My sword wants to taste blood. Come. Come, the 10 lads that are coming, yeah? Come with your fucking knives. Come.
That's a lot of cum.
Please.
Go on, put him away.
It's happening again.
Oh.
It's happening again.
Oh my God. What are you going to do, son?
Ah.
There you go.
So,
Back to normal. You'll be all right. What are you meant to do? I really don't know. If you've got a medieval-minded Birmingham berserker coming at you with his shield and children's longbow. There you go, John. That's what we want. Dan did not. I can't remember his name. Darren G, not Danny G. No, I think he's Danny G, but no relation to actual dangerous, frightening man Darren G. Although it gets confusing because Darren G has got a brother called Danny G. So yeah. Cheryl Peters said, I had a boyfriend like this. He was more afraid of me. I never feared him. People told me to. I refused. Never laid a hand on me. Yeah, I just don't buy it. You know, I get it. He's got problems, but they're not the problems that he thinks he's got. He's got different problems. I don't know. Threaten yourself. Ah, there you go. Yeah. I know the movie. I watched it from start to finish, and what's his name? De Niro's good in it. But yeah. That's when I first watched it. I was just cracking up. I just thought this isn't convincing. There's something not right here. If you've had a life of violence, and if you've had a life of guns and weapons, you don't want it anymore, especially not at his age. How old is he? 50? So he looks like granddad. You don't make videos like this. It's just, watch Darren G's video on Sean Atwood's show. And the bloke is very shy, very retiring. And he went to prison for 20 years for killing someone. It's like that. Good call, Moses Tash. Nice one on that donation as well, little bullet. That didn't go missed. Right, people, it's 1 o'clock here. I didn't quite make 2 hours. I am absolutely shattered after last night. But I tell you what, the weird thing is on his YouTube channel, the comments, they're all like right into him. They're all like, yeah, you told him, that's right, yeah. I mean, I'd like to get him on my channel. I'd like to talk to him, but I don't think I'd get a word in because there's too much to prove. There's too much. There's too much front. There's a very scared young man in that sort of broken mind, and let's put him away now. Yeah, it's easy to do that when it's an act. You can't put it away when it's real. LOLC 350. Hey, did you come up with the SUBSTACK Music Festival? Because you said you did yesterday, but then later on, I saw you say you didn't. So I wasn't sure whether when you didn't. He does all right. He's got I think he's got about 40,000 subs or something. 47,000 subs. Oh, I can't wait. Fury wins that fight. Of course he does. Wilder's going to spend 8 rounds waiting to throw his one punch. And in that time, Tyson Fury is going to batter him. Oh, no, mate, I've done it. I've already put it in the fridge. Tomorrow, that is going to be 1.5 inch deep top blade. Oh, and the missus ain't here to do it off me. Angler, I think I'm going to braise it. I think that's... Oh, I thought so, LC 350. Who came up with the idea? I can't believe no one's taking it. Let me just show you as a comparison someone who reminds me more of some of the hard men I've met. Hang on, it will be in my history because I dug it out earlier to compare it just for myself. Oh, actually, I've got a couple more videos to show you. Why is my history full of lies? Why is my history full of lies? Right, here you go. This is Darren G, whose family were they run Liverpool for a while. And check out this bloke's demeanour. right? And people were terrified of this man. You know, I've read and seen a lot of his Top Blade. I've read and watched a lot of his stuff, and this is more the demeanor that I associate with dangerous men. I mean, you know, I'm just going to run it halfway, you know, this is just the beginning, so I don't even know what he's going to say, but just the demeanor of this bloke. Sorry, people, as usual, same old problem. I've got to talk to them about this. It's getting ridiculous. Here we go.
He'd come back home, whatever. But he's always been dealing with this abuse. And he'd always turned to drugs and drinking drugs over it. But anyway, so I'm just doing my thing. I'm about 15, 16. I get a phone call off his mate, Ian Rossiter, Rubber. I'll call him a dickhead. But fucking, he's phoned me and said, I'm worried about your brother. He sent me a message saying, this is the last time you're going to see Billy G. So I'm just thinking, well, what? Come and get me then. So he's come round, he's got me. I've got in the car, we've gone to Billy's house, what he was sharing with Kelly and his eldest, little Billy.
I have not. What, this fella's?
Knocking on the door, the blinds are closed, knocking on the door, no one's answering. Look through the letterbox, and there's Billy lying on the couch, the gun in his hand, with blood coming out of his head. So,
he's talking about when his brother got killed. I've seen his rants, but I haven't seen him rant about killing people. I've seen him ranting about the way he's being treated, because he was going to go and talk in schools in Liverpool about crime and gangs, and he's just the police have just, they're not letting him move on. He is actually, check this out, Flammadiddler. I was going to go, me and Sean Atwood have got a load of friends in common, and I was going to go on his channel to talk about those crack dealing days, and he didn't want me on there unless Gail would go on there. I was like, yeah, all right. Yeah, no, and he knows that about his brother. He knows that about his brother. But yeah, it's a very different character type. It's a very different character type. And while we're on those character types, what a segue this is. When I read The Watchmen, one in the chat, if you read The Watchmen when you were younger, it was like the first big graphic novel. You know, we were all done with our 2000 AD, and then Alan Moore come out. Did Brian Boland do the drawings for The Watchmen, or is it? I always confuse him for the other fella. And the character in The Watchmen, Rorschach, classic example of the actual dangerous person. You know, the character of Rorschach in The Watchmen is exactly it. He's very shy. He's of course you did, Strontium Dog. Rorschach is a broken, damaged person because of his childhood. He's very reserved, very shy. Except it's not Boland, who is it? It's another one of the classics. I've got to find out because we went through this yesterday. Dave Gibbons, there you go, Dave Gibbons, of course. Right, so while I was mulling over these hard men, I thought I remembered that scene. There's a great scene. It's in the film and the comic. There's a great scene where he ties the prison guards' thumbs together while they're through the bars. But there's another scene which I thought really encapsulated that quiet psychopath, really, which is a different thing. You know, psychopaths don't have that anger. They're psychopaths. They don't understand that. They don't understand empathy and anger in that way because there's no humanity in them. To get that angry like that, you want to do that to me? Come. That, you know, that's not indifferent. People who can stick a knife through your head have no empathy. They're indifferent to other humans. That's what psychopathy is. It's having an indifference to other people's emotions. And you can just do that. I told you before when I got into that fight and I tried to put the bloke's eyes through because he was strangling me. And I tried to put his eyes through. And I tell you what, I mean psychopath. I know what I mean for sure. I've done the reading on it. I reckon about 9 out of 10 people couldn't put someone's eye through. I couldn't. I was pushing on it, but it weren't doing the job. And while he was killing me, I was thinking, unless you pop his eye out, and it's not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. Unless, of course, you're indifferent to other people's feelings to that level where you can just pick up a knife and slit someone's artery. And Rorschach is your classic example. Let's have a look at this. It's an amazing scene from the movie. I thought the Watchmen movie was jank on the whole, but the Rorschach scenes were great because Rorschach is a great character. You know, you can't really go wrong with him.
God doesn't make the world this way. Oh, yeah.
I can't help him.
Hey, Rorschach. Hey, you're pretty famous, right? And you know what? I'm pretty famous too. Ain't that right? That's right. You know, maybe I can give you an autograph, huh? What you say, big boy?
Muted. There you go. Just totally. Yeah, he's got to be because he's incredible. When I read the Watchmen, I had to flick through all that bullshit about the bloke on the raft. Just get me back to Rorschach. Incredible character. There you go. Sufis says, I was in the same situation. I couldn't do it either. The cunt still got my Rolex. Yeah, it's you think you'd be able to do that. I mean, he actually stopped strangling me in the end because it was no doubt hurting his eye. But good Lord, it's a hard thing to hurt people, even when they're hurting you, because you have empathy. It's a peculiar thing. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you take him out. Well, Bullet, I would actually say read the comic. It's better. The movies, it's actually quite the interesting thing about the Watchmen is they're superheroes, but they know that they're superheroes, and it's a bit embarrassing. My girlfriend's calling me. I've got to talk to her. Sorry, people. Hello, love. I'm making a video.
Video?
Yes. Are you going to bed now?
We've been long time.
Oh, you've been there a while.
We are ready to call me.
Do you want me to call you after?
What time?
I don't know. Not long now. 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Wow.
Okay?
So you love me.
All right, come on. Bye, darling. Stop it. Right. Where were we? Right. Okay. Right. So that was Rorschach. Actually, that's a terrible clip, and that's a terrible clip. People, we are done here. I'm so tired. If you're not subscribed to my Substack, people, there might be one or two of you here who are yet to. I'll be putting a story out this weekend. It's nearly finished. It's very good, and there's 12 in the archive. Original stories written by me, all autobiographical fiction. Yeah, man, nice one, Andy. We had a great. Well, it weren't me. It was the Scrubs. We had a great night. There you go. Well, Philip, it's after the block prints, isn't it? So you pronounce it how you want. I don't know. I think it's a German word originally, or Austrian. Rorschach, I call him. But you know. Right, where are we going now? We're going to have the new outro back by popular demand. There's still a couple of minutes for you to get this grift up and running. Tomorrow afternoon, 5 o'clock UK time, stretching stream. I'll turn the camera around. I'll put some lights on over there, and I will take you through some advanced stretching, which will be good for your mind, body, and spirit. And it really will. We've done it before, and I got loads of people writing to me saying they loved it. When's the next one? All that. You will need a yoga mat. If you haven't got a yoga mat, you know, a camping mat, those sort of little thin things you sleep on when you go camping, that'll do. But you will need one. If you haven't got one, you're fucked. But a load of people did buy them. So it's been an absolute pleasure. I apologise as a touch of low energy, but 3.5 hours streaming last night. Gwilym, it's tomorrow at 5 o'clock in the afternoon UK time. Thanks, Rags, for looking after the place. Thank you, everyone who donated. Thank you, people who in the chat. The chat's been on fire for the last few weeks, which gives me something to work with, and we can work backwards and forwards. It's lovely. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday, and tomorrow, people, it's Magic Friday, and that is absolutely incredible. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'll see you tomorrow morning about 9:30 or 10 o'clock UK time. Ta-da! Sound check, please, someone. I'll put a link to these tunes in the chat. This is my old band. There you go. It's that SoundCloud one. Twice a week here, mate. You enjoy yourself, Vesper Check. Go easy. Cheers, Grego.
I'm stupid, I'm lazy, but in the discotheque I still look crazy. Love me, baby. I only tell lies 'cause the truth escapes. Summertime, we can get new shoes. I'll have brown and you can get the blues. I'm knackered, I'm fading, but in the right light I still look vaguely human. Happy it won't be long before we cave in. Summertime, we can get new shoes. I'll have brown and you can get the blues. You can get the blues.
You're all right, Cheryl Peters. I'll let you know about that steak, Anglo.
I need you, love me, and I feel the same again tonight. Summertime, we can get new shoes.
Never.
I'll have brown and you can get the blues. You can get the blues. You can get the blues. You can get
Yeah, of course. Of course I bloody can. Both arms. It is me singing. Lovely. All right, you cheeky bastards. Go on. Foxtrot Oscar down your own end. And listen. Wait. Don't go anywhere. If you are going to do the stretching tomorrow, 5 o'clock UK time in the afternoon, have a hot bath, right? You really need to do this because it's cold in England. Or if it's cold where you are. Have a hot bath about 10 minutes before the stream starts. Dry off, obviously. And then you'll be able to move easier and there's less chance of injury. Don't take the water out of the bath though. The stretching will go on for about 30, 40 minutes. When you finish, you can get back in the bath and have a wash. It works perfectly. But warm yourself up. If you go into it cold, there's a lot more chance you're getting hurt. And I don't want the lawsuits. I've got a burp. Excuse me. Go on, see you tomorrow morning about 9:30, 10 o'clock UK time.